In the wild, we prepare for the unexpected, reading the weather, knowing safe plants, building shelter. But there's one skill that often goes unspoken, yet it's just as vital as any tool in your pack: the ability to respond when someone's life is on the line. Whether you're a seasoned adventurer or a weekend explorer, the wilderness demands more than just physical endurance. It calls for mental readiness and practical know-how. That same readiness should include knowing how to help in a crisis, like treating a severe injury. When you're miles from help, your first aid kit isn't just a collection of bandages and tools, it's your lifeline. Understanding how to use it and having the confidence to act can mean the difference between life and death. This isn't just for medics, it's for anyone who values self-reliance. In the backcountry, you can't always count on rescue teams to arrive quickly. The responsibility to act falls on you and your group. Learning these skills empowers you to protect yourself and those you care about. Imagine you're deep in the woods and someone is accidentally shot. Panic isn't an option. In that moment, your training and preparation become your greatest assets. The ability to stay focused and take decisive action is what truly defines survival. You need a calm, methodical approach. Taking a deep breath, assessing the situation, and remembering your training can help you overcome fear and uncertainty. Every second counts, and your actions matter. This guide will give you clear, practical steps to save a life until help arrives. We'll break down what to do, how to do it, and why it works, so you're never left guessing in a crisis. Our focus: stop catastrophic bleeding, because uncontrolled blood loss is the leading cause of preventable death in trauma situations. You'll learn how to use a tourniquet, apply pressure, and improvise when supplies run low. Keep the injured person stable, monitor their vital signs, and protect them from further harm. Simple actions like supporting the head and neck or keeping someone warm can have a huge impact on their chances of survival. And manage the situation with a clear head. Leadership and communication are just as important as medical skills. Direct others, delegate tasks, and keep everyone focused on what matters most: saving a life. Think of it as human bushcraft, using your skills and resources to solve a critical problem. In the wild, creativity and adaptability are your best allies. Sometimes you'll need to improvise with what you have on hand. Let's begin learning the skills that could one day make all the difference. With knowledge, practice, and the right mindset, you can be the person who steps up when it matters most. Your safety comes first, always. Before helping, make sure the threat is gone. Don't rush in blindly. Use cover, observe, and only approach when you're certain it's safe. Assess for other dangers: unstable machinery, aggressive animals, traffic. Scan your surroundings. Awareness is as vital as first aid. Once the scene is secure, announce yourself: "I'm here to help." This reassures the injured and signals your intentions to others. Your calm presence sets the tone for the rescue. Remember, you're no help if you become a casualty. Safety is the foundation of every successful rescue. Before you rush in to help, always pause and make sure the scene is safe for both you and the injured person. Look for any ongoing dangers, such as traffic, fire, or aggressive individuals that could put you at risk. Only approach when you're certain it's safe to do so. Once you're sure the area is secure, check the injured person's consciousness by gently tapping their shoulder and speaking to them. Try to get a response. Ask if they can hear you or if they can open their eyes. Carefully observe: are they awake? Are they breathing normally? Do they respond to your voice or touch? These are critical signs that help you determine the next steps. If the person is conscious, try to keep them calm. Ask what happened, where they feel pain, and if they have any medical conditions or allergies. This information is vital for emergency responders. If they're unconscious, immediately open their airway by tilting their head back and lifting their chin. Check for normal breathing. Look, listen, and feel for breaths for at least 10 seconds. Call emergency services right away. Clearly state your exact location, the nature of the injury, and the number of people involved. The more precise you are, the faster help can arrive. Use your phone's GPS, nearby landmarks, or navigation apps to help emergency responders pinpoint your location, especially if you're in a remote or unfamiliar area. Keep your phone on speaker mode so you can use both hands and follow the operator's instructions without delay. Stay calm and listen carefully. They may guide you through life-saving steps. Continue to update the emergency operator about any changes in the injured person's condition, such as changes in breathing, consciousness, or new symptoms. While waiting for help, quickly but thoroughly check the person for all injuries. Remember, gunshot wounds can have both entry and exit points, so inspect both the front and back of the body. If necessary, carefully cut away clothing to expose wounds. This allows you to find and prioritize the most severe bleeding, which is crucial in gunshot injuries. Always treat the most dangerous wound first by applying firm direct pressure to control bleeding. Your quick actions can make a life-saving difference before professional help arrives. When you're faced with a severe bleeding emergency, your #1 priority is to stop the bleeding as quickly as possible. Uncontrolled bleeding can lead to shock and even death within minutes, so your actions in these first moments are absolutely critical. Whether you're a trained responder or a bystander, your intervention can make all the difference. Start by applying firm, direct pressure to the wound using a sterile or hemostatic dressing if available. If you don't have a sterile dressing, use the cleanest cloth you can find. The goal is to press directly on the source of bleeding to slow or stop the blood flow. Use both hands and, if possible, lean your body weight into the wound. Don't be afraid to press harder than you think is necessary. Effective pressure is often more forceful than people expect. This can feel uncomfortable for the patient, but it's essential for survival. Maintain steady, unbroken pressure for at least 10 minutes. Avoid the urge to check under the dressing, as lifting it can disrupt clotting and restart bleeding. If possible, ask someone to help you keep pressure on the wound. If blood soaks through the dressing, don't remove it. Instead, add more dressings or cloths on top and continue pressing firmly. Removing the first layer can tear away forming clots and make the bleeding worse. For deep or gaping wounds, pack the wound cavity with hemostatic gauze or any clean cloth, pushing it deep into the wound to fill the space. Once packed, continue to apply direct pressure over the top. If the bleeding is from an arm or leg and won't stop with pressure alone, use a commercial tourniquet. Place it as high as possible above the wound, directly on the skin, and pull it tight. Tighten the tourniquet until the bleeding completely stops. This will be painful, but it's necessary to save a life. Never use improvised tourniquets unless you have no other option. Once the tourniquet is in place, do not loosen or remove it for any reason. Clearly note the time it was applied. This information is vital for medical professionals. These steps are designed to buy precious time until emergency medical services arrive. Stay with the patient, keep them calm, and monitor their condition. Remember, simple, decisive action saves lives. Stay focused, act methodically, and never underestimate the impact you can have in a crisis. The right gear makes all the difference. Always wear gloves, nitrile is best, but improvise if needed. Trauma dressings and hemostatic gauze are essential for stopping severe bleeding. A commercial tourniquet is a must. Practice using it before you need it. Trauma shears let you quickly expose wounds without causing more harm. Know your equipment and how to use it under stress. Even basic tools, used well, can save a life. Preparation and practice are key. Build your kit and know it inside out. After bleeding is controlled, watch for shock. Pale, clammy skin, rapid pulse, shallow breathing. Lay the person flat, elevate their legs if possible, and safe. Keep them warm with blankets or coats, above and below. Even in warm weather, shock victims get cold fast. Talk to them. Reassurance helps stabilize their condition. Monitor breathing and consciousness. Update emergency services if anything changes. Don't give food or drink. Your job, keep them warm, comfortable, and calm until help arrives. Small actions make a big difference. Stay attentive and supportive. You now know the essentials: scene safety, bleeding control, shock management. Calmness is as important as skill. Panic helps no one. Your role is to bridge the gap until professionals arrive. Every action you take matters. Seek hands-on first aid training to build confidence and muscle memory. Survival is about preserving life. Be ready to act when it counts. Knowledge, skill, and mindset save lives. Stay prepared, stay calm, and be the difference in a crisis.